Hey everyone, it's Matt, and today I want to take a look at some of the armor mods in my bookmarks list for Skyrim, because sometimes I go through and bookmark a bunch of things that I want to check out, but I don't actually get to them. So in this video, I want to take a look at 3 armor mods, a couple of which have some different options as far as additional mods that you can download instead. So I wanted to go over that and hopefully alleviate any confusion about some of the different versions. If you enjoy the video, leave a like down below and comment down below if you're using any of these or have some cool armor mods for me to check out. And with all that, let's take a look at some cool armor mods for Skyrim on the Xbox, and also some for the PlayStation. First armor I wanted to take a look at was the ancient Imperial armor, because there's actually 3 different versions, 2 of which are the same, but one's a replacer. I'll be looking at the one that you can craft in this video, but there's also just a standalone one where you can actually go and try to find the pieces. The other is actually a replacer, so if you're actually playing with the Beyond Skyrim Bruma mod, which we've checked out here on the channel, you could replace some of the armors in that expansion with the ancient Imperial armor. There's even a version for the PS4 and the PS5. But in this video, I'm just going to be looking at the craftable version for the Xbox. And just an FYI, this does seem to like to push itself to the top of my lists, and there doesn't seem to be any issues because of that, but just wanted to mention it. Now, once you have that installed, you can go to any smithing station and go ahead and just craft your armor. Just make sure you have some ebony bars and some leather strips, because this is kind of considered ebony armor. The light versions are kind of like the glass equivalent. Once you have one version, let's say you have heavy or light, you can convert them into one or the other. So for example, if you have a heavy set, you can change that into light armor. You're just going to have that specific version, and vice versa. There's also a sword that you can craft. On the mod page, there is a map with locations where you can find a lot of these pieces if you don't want to craft them, even if you did install the craftable version. They're scattered at the different forts in the game. Fort Greymoor is where I went first, and you'll find the majority of the pieces here. The gauntlets, the helmet, the armor itself, the boots, and this will be in the heavy and light variants. If you do go to a fort, like under Imperial control for example, you would be considered stealing, so maybe watch who you actually do this in front of, because you might get in a fight. I ended up finding most everything here except for the sword and the shield, so I think your mileage with finding these pieces at some of the different forts is probably going to vary, but they are like fixed placements, so in certain areas you'll see them like on top of things. I did end up finding the sword at Fort Amol. But overall, I really like the armor set. It even gives like off some Nordic vibes. I went to several forts and maybe I just missed it, but I didn't find the shield anywhere, so I ended up just crafting it. This is kind of on the high side in terms of space that it takes up. It's around 50 megabytes, and it's about the same for the regular version that isn't craftable, so you might as well just do the craftable version, unless you're just not wanting to add another craftable armor to the game. This one has been around for a little bit, so I'd be interested to know if any of you have been using it in the comments down below. This next one is all about the aesthetics. The Dreadfather armor, it's just a really cool looking piece of armor. I think it's a good addition to the game with a mod, just because it adds a little bit more variety to what you'd see in the world. With that said though, you can only craft this one, so you're not going to find it out and about. This armor set is an equivalent to like an orcish set, so you can expect to have the same crafting requirements and the same stats. These are 1K textures, so it's not the flashiest piece of armor out there, but I think the overall style is really cool, and walking through the dark with just a little bit of light looks kind of badass. Almost kind of similar to something you might see in Elden Ring or like the Dark Souls series. You might notice some clipping, but like here with the cape, that's not actually clipping, that's just the way the armor is. Although if you wear the hood with another piece of armor, which I do recommend, it does look really cool, you might see some clipping there. Not too much to it outside of the armor set, but for under 25 megs, I think it's a pretty good download if you like this style. I only saw one version of this one, but the next one that we're going to look at, there's a lot of different versions. Save this one for last, because this one might be my favorite in terms of the looks. This one has also been around for a little bit, but this is the Lunar Guard armor. In the footage you'll see, we're going to be looking at the Lunar Guard armor, the 1K version. This is the SWF version, so that requires the simple workaround framework mod. If you don't have that, that's okay. There is a vanilla version as well. You can download versions with a higher texture quality, although that's going to increase the size of this mod like exponentially, so up to you if you want to do that. The mod actually comes with two different sets of the Lunar Guard armor. There's going to be this recolor, which is called the Dark Lunar version, and then the Lunar Guard version is just the regular one. I'm running Ars Metallica, which changes the crafting requirements for things, and this is a considerable investment, so if you want to just find them in the world, you can download the World Placement mod. You just need the Lunar Guard armor actually installed, and this makes it so you can just loot a corpse with the armor on it already. That way you don't have to worry about crafting it. If you end up downloading that, you can find the armor at the Steam Crag camp. Try saying that 3 times fast, because I re-recorded that quite a bit. You'll see an ambushed caravan here with some Khajiit lying around, and in the cart itself, you'll see another one that's wearing the Lunar Guard armor. Now this is just the base version, it's not the dark one. There's also a mod that you can download to actually outfit some of the Khajiit guards that accompany the caravans with this armor. So there's a lot of options with this one if you so choose. And the armor itself is really nice looking. I mean, for 1K textures, I think it looks really good on its own. I did have to craft the Dark Lunar Guard armor because there wasn't a world placement mod for that one. Just an FYI if you were trying to look for it in the same spot. Now you can also have a pretty cool Lunar Guard battle axe to go along with this one. And the cool part about this one is that it's only like 1.3 megabytes and you can use it standalone. So you can use it with any of the other armors in the game. You don't need the Lunar Guard armor installed to actually use it. And it looks surprisingly detailed for the amount of space that it actually takes up. The hitboxes might be a little off because it's just based on a regular battle axe, but man, it looks really cool just walking around with it. And that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Wanted to get back into Skyrim. Always been meaning to take a look at some more armor mods because that's something I don't have a lot of here on the channel. I've looked at like a lot of replacer armor mods before, but I haven't done too many of like the individual ones that you can download. These were just some of the armor mods that I didn't get around to. There's probably gonna be a lot more, so I'll try to put them into a video that makes sense and also be still looking at some graphics mods in the future as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.